Hey people, PP here. I just deleted about 2 hours worth of recording. Probably would have ended up being an hour long video post-editing. Because I wanted to review the whole DLC set. All of them, all 6. But I'm like, this is really boring to edit. It's probably going to be really boring to watch. I'm just going to, I just can't. And you can't either. I won't make you. It's okay. So here's the abridged version. Okay, bad things first about the DLC. I have really high standards for this set because it's basically overpriced promos. And it's meant to also tide us over for this really long dry spell we're having. It might be the, worst case scenario, it might be the only release we get for the rest of the year. So, high standards. There's 2 characters that stack in this. But these $20-something promo packs only come with 1 each. So if you want a playset of those characters, you gotta buy 4 of these bastards. Which is bullshit. Also, I think the card borders, the card templates, I think they're ass. That's subjective though. Also, yeah, when I buy my overpriced pack of promos, I'm not like bannable power creep cash grab, but pushing the envelope power creep cash grab. And a lot of cards are, but some aren't. They're like the opposite direction. Sky Mathers and all of her support are the biggest casualty of not being power creep cash grab enough. Especially the Foundation, especially Novice's Progress. Just read this. Read this and tell me this is not a worse version of Dreaming of Becoming Whole, but let's pump up the difficulty to 2, pump the control down to 4, and just tell me that. Change my mind, because that's what it is, and it makes me sad. Falling Star's Revenge, I like Gren a lot, and I like his Foundation, but this attack, so you're telling me I'm gonna play this attack with very fair stats, pre-power creep cash grab era stats, and I gotta commit a Foundation to use the ability, and then if I'm lucky enough for it to hit, then I get to add a Foundation from my discard pile to my hand. That's what you're gonna tell me. Tell me how I wouldn't rather just draw a card. If I got to commit a Foundation for this, and I'm committing a Foundation that, I'm gonna try to draw more of it, so I'm committing a Foundation that I like. I have to commit a Foundation that I like to maybe, not guaranteed, maybe pick up another version of it. So okay, so let's say I'm playing Falling Star's Revenge, and I want to pick up a Power Creep Cash Grab Incarnate Search for Salvation. You think I'm gonna tap my motherfucking Search for Salvation to maybe get another one and die for it? No, I'll take draw a card any day over this attack. And I get the theme it's going for. You want to build as many the same copy of a Foundation, but you should have done it some other way. Because this card's a big disappointment. And then there's 2 characters I have really big problems with their design. Nothing to do with their power level, just their design. Firstly, Striker. It's okay if his design sucks. Who wants to play Striker anyway?
Hi everyone, Donut here.
So his E is all good and gravy, and I really like him just because of his E. But what's up with that R? Wouldn't you think that your R is supposed to synergize with your E, since they're both based on your opponent's momentum? But actually, these abilities are both mutually exclusive, because you can never R to using your enhance because it's not playable while committed. On top of that, aside from Grenade Toss, you're never going to be making your opponent discard momentum on your own, because why would you put cards in your deck that make your opponent discard momentum when your character already does it for free? Why? Why can't the response just be playable while committed? Why are you going to make me feel bad, make me feel like half the text on my character is a waste? And suppose I don't use my E. Suppose I Suppose I leave my character untapped for my opponent's turn so I can burn them for them trying to multiple me or something. For them discarding their momentum on their own. So about that, I would have to be stupid to let my opponent use their momentum just so I can burn them for like 1 to 3 life. I'd have to be stupid to do that. Why wouldn't I just use the E on my turn, or their turn, whatever turn, and not burn them instead? What the fuck is this card? And the other nitpick, Meena. She has the same problem. You have to choose which of your abilities you want to go with on your opponent's turn, because they didn't make the twice per turn enhance playable while committed. I don't want to have to choose which half of my character I use. I don't want to be thinking to myself, oh, I better not use my fun form commit I have on my character, because I won't be able to use my character on my opponent's turn. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to settle down. Let's go to the good stuff. Merry Mantis is a new card that fills a lot of niches that I want to see filled, especially Aaron Black. Because Aaron Black has been so weird. Like, I thought Aaron Black was going to get some limelight when Fumasil came out, and it's like, oh, that's really awkward. But now you get this baby. So now you can play a string, end it with Merry Mantis, and then, auto-check Fumasil and just kill your opponent. Nice. Yeah, Psycho Blast. I like this card a lot, because it's so cute with Devastator Plasma Cannon. It's like, here's my Plasma Cannon. Here's my Psycho Blast. Oh, my character's tapped. Oh, he's ready again. That's so cute. Probably not competitive, but oh my god. Doesn't that just warm your heart? Okay, yeah, they printed some really good mill in this set between Bison and his foundation. Mill's back, baby. Like, unfortunately, you're probably going to go to time half the time because you have to make so many 5 and 6 checks in your typical Bison deck, but and so many responses to every one of those. Well, it's whatever. It's okay. It's still really fun design. Shadow Throw. I think probably Shadow Throw and Noob together are like the best card designs in the DLC. Even though, like, playing Noob as your main character is probably not viable competitive, and Shadow Throw probably isn't viably competitive outside of Ed and Ein, but I really love the designs anyway. Instead of your regularly scheduled broadcast of my top 10 list, this Marco Nobody guy volunteered to be a bigger part of my channel, so I took him up on it, and we both made top 10 lists, and we both presented them to each other to see where our agreements and disagreements lied. We'll just see how it goes. We'll just start. Okay, we're pretty much live now. So I'm basically cutting to this part after I do a little PP ramble of the bad things about, like, on the whole, the bad things about the DLC. Like, I should look at the camera, huh? I already did a ramble about the worst things about the DLC, like how it doesn't include 2 characters per DLC for the stackers, how there's a bunch of spelling mistakes, how 2 of the characters have barely bad design in my opinion. Not just that they're bad, just bad design. Did you think that? Did you think reading any of the cards, Marco?
I think there's some stuff that, yeah, a little scary to read, but they have a lot of empty space between the next time people play to kind of fix.
Yeah, my biggest gripe was Meena and Striker having not playable while committed abilities. You don't.
I think if a character commits and has a second ability, it should be playable while commit.
Like, you really don't want to waste your twice per turn E on Meena to use her form commit, and you don't want to do it either way. It seems like just bad design that it's not playable while committed to me. Like, it's a big oversight. Also on Striker, he has that R burn your opponent for their momentum when they discard it. But his R is not playable while committed, so he can't synergize with his enhance. So basically the only time you're going to be burning your opponent is if you play his attack and they burn for 1, which is kind of like, that's a lot of wasted text on your character just to burn them for like 1 sometimes, like very occasionally. Or if they get lucky enough to get a momentum, because you're striker and they shouldn't even be getting momentum in the first place, then you might to burn them if your character's still ready for whatever reason, and they're lucky enough to have the momentum in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're saying, yeah. Texting your GF?
No, I'm reading these cards.
Oh. Okay, I see. Do you have any honorable mentions?
I know what they do, but I don't know verbatim what some of them do.
Okay. You think basically there's just 10 good cards, right? You made your top 10 list and you're like, oh, this is 10 cards, and all the other cards suck, right?
It's pretty much.
Because I had a pretty big honorable mention list. Like, I put both of Bison's.
I'm sure if I nitpicked, I could find some honorable mentions. I'm trying to do this quickly. And what's really funny is, like, everything you're saying is, like, lagging by, like, 5 seconds, so it sounds like I'm not paying attention to you, which is hysterical. But I'm actually hearing it, and it's just lagging, right? Which is super funny.
That's hella funny. Anyways, yeah, I had, like, Mary Mantis on my honorable mention, because that card's really good with Aaron Black.
This card even...
I know, right? It's the most recent spoiler.
Mary Mantis. Oh, that's not even on their page.
Oh, okay. It's Voldo's 3 difficulty, 4 damage low, 2 speed, 4 damage.
Yeah, I know that card inside and out. That card's nuts.
Yeah, it's nuts. And I want to play it in Aaron Black especially because he just has to play like Fumasil on like an 8 or 9 or something. He has played on 9 to play it to its fullest. Kind of. Well, he has to check a lot, whichever. So Mary Mantis into Fumasil Aaron Black.
That sounds awful.
I know, because it's Aaron Black.
Yeah, that was the part that sounded awful. Like, even the attack of Fumasil sounded fine, but you pulled Aaron Black into it. This garbage character.
I'm an idiot. Such an idiot.
Just saying, dude.
Okay.
You were naming some cool card, and I was like, oh, that does sound cool. And then you were like, yeah, in Aaron Black, and it out immediately.
Yeah. So, for my number 10, I have Grenade Toss.
Okay.
You know what that does?
Which one is that?
That's Striker's attack.
Which one?
Striker's attack, Grenade Toss.
Oh, see, that's not even on my list. That's why I don't know the name. See what we got here. Striker's attack. Grenade Toss. Can't even see Striker on my thing. You must not be showing up. Tell me what the attack...
Okay, if you click on the empty space, I think that might make the JPEG pop up.
Yeah, I'm not playing tic-tac-toe with this website. Tell me what the attack is.
Okay. 4 difficulty, 3 speed, high for 7 damage. No block. And the card text is meh. And its keywords are ranged and fury. So there's a few, like, besides having really big stats, 7 damage on a 4 diff that's high, it's also got ranged. So it fits the bill for all air redeemed rogue decks, and it has ranged, it has range for that, and has 3 speed for Fog Blanket. So, like, I know no one plays air, so you probably don't even know any air cards. But trust me, that's a beater. That's a beater to...
That was the bottom of your honorable mentions?
No, that's my number 10.
Oh, that actually made your list? It's adorable.
Yeah.
No, my number 10 is my worst one by far, because that's what number 10 is. I went with Energy.
Energy what?
Energy chart?
That's Bison's attack?
No, it's Ibuki's Foundation, I think.
Oh, the block. Okay, that's a good card.
Yeah.
I didn't put that on my
You
top
attempt
10.
to block with this card. Your opponent's attack gets -2 speed, and this card ignores progressive difficulty. Has a 1 mid block on a 2/5. Respond deck a 4 after a combo ability is played. Your attack gets 1.
You don't need to read it to me. I know what the cards do. I'm not a dummy.
It has all life and water.
I kind of slept on that card. Probably because I think Ibuki kind of sucks, and I think her attack sucks, so I kind of slept on that card, I think.
Yeah, that card's nuts.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's probably not as good as Cool and Focus, though, is it?
Better than Cool and Focus.
If I give plus a bunch of speed, then Cool and Focused is better, though.
Why?
This doesn't return it to printed speed, does it? It just gives it -2 speed.
And ignores progressive difficulty.
That-
It's a -1 mid block. Most of the time when I block with Cool and Focus, it's still on like a 7 or 8 because that block sucks. Like, at least with this thing, on the same thing, like, most of the time your block's going to be better.
Okay, I hear you. And it's also strictly better when you're, like, blocking mundane, like, lower speed attacks. It's, like, free. It's a free block in those cases.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Really
a good one.
reversal character.
Okay, that's a good one. My number 9 is Raptor Rush. That's the Raphael reversal attack. You know what that does, right? Do you have to read every card? Raptor Rush.
You have to read it. I know what the cards do, dummy.
Yeah. Okay, well, what do you think about it? What do you think about it as my number 9?
It's on my list. It's a little higher on my list.
Oh, yeah.
I think that card's nuts.
It's pretty...
I think the versatility of it in almost any deck is pretty insane.
It sure is. It also has charge, so I put it in my pea shooter May lists.
Yeah, I know how you like your PP.
Uh-huh.
Gotta keep those shooters high. But yeah, Raptor Rush is a super cool card. I built a really cool Raptor Rush Raiden deck when it first came out, and like that was like nuts because it shared symbols with Kali Yuga. So you like block, you're like, I'm making a mid, and then you're just like, add this back to my hand, block their next because it's a 0 speed mid attack. And you're like,
yeah, use that too. Yeah, that's pretty nutty. I didn't even think of that. I'm so bad.
Yeah, the synergy with that card's pretty nuts. Like you play a life spike deck with that, it'd be nuts.
Yeah, that is really good. It just doesn't like win. It's not like super power creep cash grab though. It's just really good.
I mean, it says your opponent's taking 6 on their turn, and you don't have to deal with an attack. Like playing 2 of them throughout a game usually means you're winning that game.
Yep.
If you get it off, you still have to be able to block and have the deck built to do something. But I mean, I think it's a really good reversal, and you could randomly in Raphael you could throw it as an actual attack and kill people, and other people, I don't know, it's way better as a reversal than a 5 diff offensive card.
That's true. What's your number 9?
My number 9 is Stakeout.
Oh, Stakeout. I didn't put that on my list just because I don't think we particularly needed like more stun attacks for stun to be better on those symbols.
Yeah, I just thought it was one of the better attacks out of the gate when it was released. Yeah, I just think it's a really cool attack. Like it's a 4 diff with stun 4 that burns. Like
Momentum.
I don't know. I think it's not as good as Nutcracker as far as the 4th goes, but I think it's close to the same realm as like being universally pretty good.
I know also like it is really good attack, and stun's usually really good unless your opponent has Sense of Morals. So I didn't put this card or another certain Sea Viper card in my top 10 just cause Sense of Morals. Like they're probably not gonna like win it, go all the way in a major. Playing a stun list.
Yeah.
Sad. It's okay.
All right, what's your number 8?
Reverberate. It's DLC, but it's also like, you know, in the comic, but whatever, it's DLC. It's the Sella reversal multiple 2.
Oh, the one that you gain life when you discard momentum.
No! God, no, that sucks. No, it's multiple 2, 4 damage, and you can blow up foundations to make it or the multiple copies plus 3 damage.
Oh, yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, 4 difficulty attack. For the full swing, it's 21 damage.
Yeah, the card is pretty cool.
I really want to play it in Kuwabara, because he needs it. He needs it kind of bad, because it blows up foundations, so he can help keep himself out of deadlock and still build. And it does a lot of damage, and it can close the game out. Also, I just lost to Bromley playing it in Fae.
Well, just because you lose to something doesn't mean it should make a tier list. That's all I'm saying. You wouldn't throw Dimitri up anywhere nowadays, no, would you?
No, I wouldn't. But I didn't lose to him. But anyways, where we go now? You're number 8.
My number 8. All right, so my 5 through 8 are like all foundations. So I'm just gonna.
I don't care.
We're just gonna.
No one cares.
A slap in the dark here. I had to put one at the lower end. I would say Hellfire of Despair.
I gotta look that one up. I don't remember what that one is. That's Inferno?
Inferno Foundation. Yep. The 2/5, 2 block. R flip after an attack is played, its damage can't be modified. And then enhance, remove any number of cards from your discard pile.
I think I just forgot about that card. I only remember it for the enhance. And I think that enhance...
response is really good.
Yeah, that enhance is kind of... That enhance is only good for Inferno or his attack, isn't it?
I don't know. Like, you could be Ken and just want to booty blast someone and use it, but...
Yeah.
But yeah, it's usually only good in Inferno, but it's really good in Inferno. But the R flip is good in almost any Earth deck.
You're right. I slept on that one too.
It's good in any deck. It's
okay.
What was the 2/4 that did the same thing?
The Nightman? Nightman's Foundation. Yeah, that didn't get any play though, was the thing. It got 0 play. 0 play. Now we have a 5 check. I don't know. Was that one also flip?
Yeah.
Okay, well now it has a 5 check, and now we're living in our Lord and the year of our Lord and Savior power creep cash grab.
Block, which makes all the difference.
That's nice too. Definitely not a 4 of, but it is pretty good.
I think I've had it as a 1 of or a 2 of in every Fire and Earth deck I've built since it came out.
All right. Cool pick, dude. My number 7 is Resurrected Evil, the Noob Foundation.
That one's pretty cool for stackers. I wanted to build a Joffrey deck with it, where you just respond, always keep their character tapped.
Yeah, you won't believe this. I actually played Joffrey in the last LWG weekly. Do you watch my videos, Mark?
Playing that?
Do you fucking watch my videos even?
What? Sometimes when I'm on the can, but like, it's about it.
I know they're not the best to watch. They're not the best, most watchable vids, are they?
No, but they are can worthy. Like sometimes, when I gotta pinch one out, I'm just like,
yeah. I
need Scott in my life because this is starting to hurt. But
yeah, because
you were saying you got booty blasted by Joffrey.
No, I was Joffrey, and I got booty blasted by Faye.
Oh, gotcha.
At the time, I'm like,
blasted by Faye.
Yeah. Anyways, I think this card's pretty good even without stacking your character. For example, let's say you're playing Life Yusuke. Okay? And you're playing, Moonset and Spirit Gun, because that's how you want to roll. That's how I would want to roll. This card taps all of the things that stop your Moonset and Spirit Gun. Because those anti-destruction foundations are usually 1 diff.
Yeah, but they're usually good, and if they have good, they have sense of morals.
Do people play good? Like I was thinking, Ageless and Wise. That doesn't have good.
Ageless and Wise. Oh, you're thinking water?
Any of those symbols. Orders.
I do like water.
Cool now. Yeah, if they have sense of morals, that does suck some balls. But hear me out. What if they have a sense of morals, and what's the other good one you're thinking of? Like the Guile one.
Yeah.
Whatever that one's called. You could tap. Yeah. You could tap that, play Spirit Gun, and then blow up that sense of morals before they can even use it. That's pretty good still.
Yeah, you're right. It's pretty good. All right, I have been. I will look at it next time I play that specific character with that specific sim.
It has life. Life. You can tap Krita Yuga, Mark. You can tap Krita Yuga.
That is what I thought. At the moment you said a one div, I was like, this bitch is going to bring up Krita Yuga. There's no way he doesn't just bring up Krita Yuga.
Yeah, I did.
I haven't seen an X in a minute, okay?
She's there. I'm sure she's still really good.
Yeah, I know she's there because Gil just got booty blasted out of the game, so she's probably going to come back because Gil booty blasted her. But yeah, sure, fucking sideboard. Krita Yuga comes in, I'm like, oh, that Scott special coming in.
That's right. What's your number? What's your number 7?
Number 7. I have to look at these foundations again. Spiritual Connection.
Yeah, all these cards you're saying, I don't even know what they are. I have to look them up. What was this one? What's Spiritual Connection?
Pretty sure that is...
Is that the Talim Foundation?
Nightwolves Foundation.
That's the one that says, basically, hey, my name is Raiden, because that's a play an on-attack? Okay.
Yeah, you make fun of.
I don't think that one's all that powerful.
I think it's pretty nuts.
There's just a lot of things that like make that card not go off, like sense of morals played as a form.
So if it was just the respawn flip after you're dealt damage, they have to play an on attack. I get it. It wouldn't be that good of a card, but it has another relevant ability, which is what made it in my middle tier, and that was the flip after combat phase begins. Name a card. If your opponent plays that card, they pretty much have to stuff one, which I think is good against a lot of these decks.
Doesn't it say
3 attacks?
Doesn't it say you build one when they play the chosen card?
Maybe. Yeah, I could be reading it wrong. Oh, you build the top card. I thought they stuffed a card, but I mean, even building a card, like it's real good against these decks that only play 3 types of attacks. Okay.
Well, here's my scenario. I'm gonna play my 2-diff foundation, which is premium real estate in this game, and I'm gonna flip it and name whatever my opponent's best attack is Moonset. That would actually be really good. But then, like, I maybe get to benefit off. You're not guaranteed to even get any value off that ability. It's kind of a shot in the dark. I'm not a fan.
I mean, that's pretty good if your opponent builds Kali Yuga and is going to play a Moonset turn 2. A play we've seen way too often at Majors.
I do that.
And you're just like, build it turn 1, and you're like, Moonset. And so instead of being debuilt 3 times turn 2, you actually stay even.
Well, to me, that sounds very okay and very niche, so that's why it's not in my top 10.
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
Pat you on your head. That's a good try, though. That's a good try. That's a good try, Mark.
Yeah.
That was a good try. My number 6 is Royal Bodyguard, the Shiva Foundation.
The Shiva Foundation. I don't even know what it does. Like I said, I read these pretty quickly. Royal Bodyguard.
Do you not have a computer? What are you doing?
What?
Why do you use your phone? Isn't it like...
it's real blurry, actually. What's the top ability do?
I remember it's a 2-diff, 5 control, plus 2 high block, I think, and it has E once per turn. Your opponent's turn, discard a momentum. They stuff 1 from their deck. That's the good ability.
Yeah, it's kind of niche.
If you're playing a water or evil reversal deck, and we're going to be playing a lot more evil reversal because of Raptor Rush. Don't you want to?
That was a good try, Scott. But I think that one's just cute.
You know the what?
I think it's a 2-diff. You're not getting much value out of that.
Yeah, you are. Hold up. Hello?
Scott had to answer his hemorrhoids call.
I don't want to talk about what I think about whatever that was. It's okay.
It's okay. I mean, it's cute. There's a reason it's not in my top 10. That's all I'm going to say.
If you're playing...
We're going to give you a little pat on your head, buddy.
You say that. When you play reversal decks, the biggest drawback that reversal decks have to deal with is you reversal them and they just swing into your face anyway and kill you, despite your reversal being really nifty. So when I was playing like a long time ago, I was, playing Spike and he had a bunch of reversals, and I would stuff my opponent's card pool with Laser Trident and other things. And that's like my insurance that after I hit them with this reversal, they don't just kill me.
Yeah, I remember when you were stuffing cards like that. Which championship was it that you won when you did that? The name escapes me.
I don't think I...
Oh, you didn't. Oh, that's right. Oh, so maybe it's not as nifty as we're thinking, and it just sounds really cool.
Yeah, because I haven't won any. I haven't won any major for the singles event.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes people who aren't as nifty can just help carry you to some of those team events, and it's a super fun time. I assure you.
Yeah, well.
I see just the darkening face with Dimitri's head looming in the background.
That's a good meme. That's a good meme.
Yeah, it is.
I for real didn't.
It's cute. I don't think I think if you're playing a reversal deck and that's a card you choose to go with, you're gonna lose 80% of your games because you're wasting your spot on this 2-diff. If you're not Shiva, I don't think you play this card.
Even if you're Shiva, how is it good for Shiva?
Isn't it her card?
It is her card. The other enhance is better for Shiva, but the actual the better ability is the once per turn.
Yeah, I mean, the once per turn is good in her too. The whole deck's built around stuffing their card pool.
I also fucking lost to Bromley because of this card. And
you could lose Bromley from a million cards.
Yeah, I'm just putting every card that Bromley had in the list. That's all I'm doing. I'm actually not here.
Dude, I was playing Bromley and I lost to Stolen Sword.
I'm just checked.
I'd be not surprised. It's fucking Bromley.
I
don't know what you want.
I'm just checked out right now and just listing off cards that were in Bromley's deck. Couldn't beat me. Gonna be honest.
That's your list? Your list is literally cards Bromley killed you with. And that's the list we're going with. He's like, it wasn't niche. It killed me turn 3.
Oh, it took if you fucking even watched my videos, you would know. You would know better.
Yeah. Well,
okay, you
I'll have to take a dump in a second, and I'll backtrack and check out a few of the vids.
Okay. Okay.
Where are we at?
You're number 6.
My number 6? Overrun by Tourist, I think is the name.
I know what it does.
What?
I said I know what it does.
Yeah. It's the Akuma Foundation. Our commit, after your opponent plays a non-attack card, reveal X cards from their hand, choose one card, reveal this way, discard it, opponent draws a card, X equals number with face downs in the station here. This card's good against any deck. You don't have to be playing a flip deck, because people's decks flip by themselves. That's how the game works. Usually, even if you don't flip any of their foundations, they have like 3 or 4 flipped cards by like turn 3 in the game. It's just how that works. So this card always just says, get information on your opponent, and if they have face downs equal to their hand size, which can happen quite often, or if you're playing a character that flips, it will happen. This card just says, I get to pitch attacks from your hand, which is nuts. So
I
love this.
It is a very powerful ability. The only reason I didn't include it is because I think you might be being generous with how fast it goes off. It might take a little bit.
If you're playing Vicious, one of the best characters in the game, and you build this card turn 1, you get instant value turn 2. If you're playing any other character and you build it turn 1, you usually get value turn 3 or 4, but it's very good value. You get value on their kill turn when they played whatever. If they played like attack, and then they go to play a foundation, you get to look at their blocks in their hand and get to plan out your turn, because they only have like 3 cards in their hand. And you get to look at their entire hand.
This is true.
A block of the zone you don't want to deal with. Like, it gets real tough. I was playing against Jake playing this card in a random deck, and I constantly would have to not play a foundation at the end of an attack string because he would see what's in my hand.
Did you lose this game?
Yeah, I would lose.
So now we're both just putting cards that we lost to in our lists.
Yeah, I'm putting one card I lost to in this list because I saw how cool it was.
Well, maybe if you played me more, you'd put more cards that you lost to in your list, like Royal Bodyguard.
I would have a list of cards I beat you with, and your list would be the same as mine because it would be cards you lost to.
Yeah. You're right. Okay.
It would be fun. We'd have the same list.
Yeah. Totally.
Anyways, where are we at? You're number 5?
My number 5, Stairwell Escape Shot. This better be on your list. This better be on your list. Okay, good. Because it's really good. I know it's really good in like any deck, pretty much. But I want to play a cutesy and Donovan just because he can give it 1 billion damage.
I want to play it in Zazamel with Missile Launcher, and free play it from my discard and remove Missile Launcher, and just play them whenever I want.
That's
like a mill deck.
Playing Zasalamel is pretty big dick energy.
Well, yeah, I love Zasalamel. He's like one of my favorite characters. So, like, I think that'd be he's just an awkward 5-hander. But I think this deck with that card and Missile Launcher sounds super big dick energy. You're just like, stun him out, fucking punch and Judy or whatever, and then use Zasamel's ability. You're just like, get some, you know?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I'm very big dick energy about this card. I read it and I was like, we're going.
In my first part of my video, I talk about how I also because this card is actually pretty good with Oicho Throw. It gives it stun 1, safe, and throw.
Oh, does it? I guess it does gain safe and throw. That's pretty cool.
And when I'm playing Donovan, that gives it +7 for Donovan. So it's a safe, stun 2, throw for 11 damage. Isn't that cute?
If you copy Missile Launcher, it's like super big.
Or you could just copy Missile Launcher too. That's cool too. If you just want to be
I wasn't trying to shit on your Thunder. It just sounds really cool to give it EX, powerful, and stun on a reversal.
Uh-huh. That is cool.
Like, that seemed big dick energy.
Are there any other ways to use it besides just stunning a bunch and getting throw?
Probably not. Yeah. Ooh. Give it Flash. We played in Raptor. What symbols does it have?
Fire. It has fire.
Oh, there we go. We got a Flash reversal for Raptor.
It works. That's the only... That's
pretty cool.
Yeah, that is actually cool, but you'd have to be playing Fire Raptor then. That's the only bad thing.
I played Fire Raptor. You get to play 4 of the unblockable flash attack. You play Launcher, and then you play that. And you're just like, reversal, Game Flash.
Yeah.
Just like dome someone on their turn. That's pretty good. And they blow up a foundation on their turn. It's like one of the only Flash reversal.
Do Flash attacks have any relevant keywords on them besides Flash? Not really, huh?
Just desperation on whatever.
Yeah, so not really. Okay. But yeah, that is pretty funny.
And, yeah, I think it's super funny. Like, I would play that.
I would too if I wanted to play Raptor and be a fucking degenerate.
That's what I'm building. I'm building that. That sounds super funny.
Okay.
Before this video comes out, I will have built this deck, so...
Well, fuck you.
Degenerate. Anyways.
What's your number 5?
My number 5, the last of the foundations. Which one do we have here? Shell of a Proud Man.
Yeah, that's my number 4.
Yeah. I really like this foundation.
We don't really need...
Flippability, super good.
We don't really need to discuss it. It's kind of self-evident how good it is.
Yeah. And then I played it in Spike and Lord Raptor, and that committability is very good in a few decks too. So
I thought it would be really funny to play this in Zolt.
Yep, it would be super good in Zolt. So I don't even think we need to talk this card. Everyone knows how good it is. It's
Sick.
A pretty good foundation.
Sick. What's your number 4?
Raptor Rush.
My number 3 is
more.
My number 3. I don't know if about like power level, but this card's here because I think it's an auto 4 of in every deck with the symbols, like from now on until it rotates. Shadow of a Cowboy.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I mean, I guess.
You don't remember the old cards, but you never played a card called Glacier Assault?
I remember Glacier Assault. That was when I first got into the game.
Yeah, so that card got played just because when you blow it up, you get a free foundation. And that was a 2 diff. And now this card does the same thing, and it's a 0 diff.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Anyways, that was your number 3?
It was. It was.
Okay. My number 3 is Darewell Escape Shot. So, we just talked about it. I'm going to build a deck about it, so.
Nice.
I feel like we got the same number 2.
I already done it.
We haven't.
My number 1 is really spicy and you won't agree with it, but I think our number 2 will agree on.
I think it'll be the same card.
Okay. I think my number 2 might be your number 1. That's what I think. I think your number 1 is Hellfire Impalement, which is my number 2.
My number 2 is Hellfire Impalement.
Oh, shit. Okay. So, you're right.
So we agreed on 1.
We agree. That's actually kind of like... That's actually kind of rare, isn't it? That's kind of hard to do, to agree exactly on one spot.
I could tell. Like, I knew coming in. I was like, when we got to the top there, I was like, we're in there.
Yeah, that's like... First of all,
it's busted.
Let me say something.
Dimitri bops you because of this card alone.
That's exactly what I was about to say, even though I wasn't actually bopped by Dimitri. It was...
Super bop. You look like a boppet at the end. Like a Generation 2 boppet. He screwed you, twisted you, bopped you, and you were gone.
Impaled me?
Hellfire Impalement came across the table.
Multiple of them. Not just one. Yeah.
When you play one, you play them all.
Did you ever play against any Hellfire decks when you won?
No, thank God. I didn't play against a single one.
And you give me shit for losing to it? And you're gonna give me shit for the rest of my life for losing to it, even though you didn't even have to play it to win? Fuck you.
Yeah, God, I hate to tell you. I went undefeated in singles and in tops, so... Yeah, they're lucky they didn't run into me. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. We'll go with that there. Everyone else was really lucky not to play you. Okay, me too. Me especially. I was really lucky, even though I didn't top, to not ever play you. Okay.
Yeah. All right, give me your number 1.
Search for Salvation.
Wait. Let me guess. You didn't just say it, right?
I did just say it.
Oh, I didn't hear you. So we're in luck. I'm gonna look, and I want to see if I can find out what yours is.
Okay, you can have a minute. I'll edit out the silence. You want a clue? I'll give you a clue.
All right, give me a clue.
It's a foundation.
Is it the new one that I'm trying to meme over? Is it the Meena Foundation?
It is.
Oh, let's go. That's the one I built an all vicious meme deck about. It's the funniest shit in the world.
How does it synergize with Vicious? Oh, because they flip all their stage. Okay, I get you. You played for the enhance. You don't even play for the R, though.
Yeah, fuck the R, dude. You play the enhance, and then you're like Vicious. You're like flip all your things, and then you're like Meteor, flip, stuff it in your pool, blow it up, build it back in, flip, stuff it in your pool, Black Bear Diner, Fatality, comes back in, stuff it in your pool.
Okay, that's pretty cute. All right, I'll give you that. The R is like the R is
if you're watching.
The R is like an automatic get out of jail free card for so many things, though.
It makes it unblockable, though.
Okay, how about Ailerphobia? Oh, I'll just take 2.
Sure. But most attacks in the game deal about 6 damage base now. So most of the time you're taking 6 from this ability. It just said, flashed it. It was high seas again. Would have been fine. It didn't need to say it was unblockable.
What if someone played Xianghua again?
Yeah, I get how universal it is. I just hate the fact that it's unblockable. Why do you have the sword?
I was jerking off with it when you were busy.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
I was like this.
Yeah, I think it's a super cool card. I don't know why I made it your number 1, but I guess
I guess we made it our number 1s for completely different reasons.
Yeah. You ready for my number 1?
Is it Search for Salvation?
No, I'm gonna do you want to guess what my number 1 is?
Search for Salvation. Okay, if that's not it, I'll give it a guess, okay? That's not it, is it?
Okay.
Okay, I have to start thinking about what you would guess now, not what I would guess.
It brings me back to my original days of UFS.
You only play degenerate shit that is, like, considered tier 1.
That's not true. I didn't always. When I first got into the game, I was very, very wholesome.
Okay. Give me a clue about what your initial days of UFS were like.
I played Spike 1 for the first 4 months I played the game.
I'm guessing it's Furious Stomp.
It was...
You're breaking up. You're breaking up. Because
What'd you guess?
I guessed Furious Stomp.
That is incorrect.
Fuck. Okay. What is it?
Shadow of a Cowboy.
Oh. Okay.
Best card that came in the entire set.
I wasn't thinking about that because I thought we both already talked about it, but... Okay.
It was not on my list earlier because it is the number 1 card in this set. It is a 0/5 that should be in any deck that shares its symbol. It beat a lot of meta cards, and there's a lot of nutty shit you can do with it. It's just all together. Remember Glacier Assault? I know it's a little before your time, but it like people played it like Glacier Assault.
Fuck you.
But no, that card is nuts. by far my number one pick. And I remember playing death decks, and like all these spam death foundations were always the bread and butter of these death decks. And it is the best spam foundation Death has had in a long time. So I'm very excited to play it.
I think maybe your list I might actually agree with you. I think your list might be better than my list in that regard. It's not like what deck makes the most use out of it? Like, pretty much...
Out of that foundation?
Pretty much any deck that plays Meteor, right?
Any deck that plays Meteor. Any death deck that doesn't already have Destruction Hate. Like, it is Destruction Hate incarnate. You can't get Moonset. It's the first card that gets around Moonset.
I have it in my Legacy deck.
The other one, the Kyle one.
I have it in my Degenerate Legacy deck that plays Dragon Tongue.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Nothing you can do about that. I don't know. I think it's nuts. Like, don't you agree this foundation's insane?
It should have 4 control for sure.
Yeah, it could have had a 4 control and kept no block. And it's probably...
It could be 1 difficulty and 4 control.
Yeah, the card's nuts. 0-5, I am in. That card, 4 of... I don't even care if it doesn't have a ball.
Okay, so my number 1, not even on your list. And we both agree about that card. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, that was some good collaboration, but my list is probably just a little better for the overall meta. Yours is what did Chris Bromley beat me with last week?
This is true. This is true. Do you want to talk? Let's talk about characters now, since we're both here. There's not really any characters, are there? Let me look at Grim.
Voldo. Voldo is the only character I want to talk about.
I still haven't really took him in and, like, swished him around in my brain yet. Where is he?
You don't have to. He says your opponent has -2 hand size for the entire game.
He says like, if this attack's zone is modified, they discard 1 or something?
Respond after an attack is played, change its zone. If you make it a mid, your opponent discards. So you make their attack a mid, they discard.
Do you know?
Your turn, you play an attack, make it a mid, they discard.
So so that's is only true if they're not playing Chaos, Water, or Air. Because Pure of Heart.
Yeah. His foundation
I know.
says form flip.
I know what it says, okay? I know what it fucking says. So,
yeah.
That doesn't...
They printed a silver bullet for the silver bullet. Do you not understand what's happening here? It's all big pharma, dude. I'm telling you, dude. They're getting around the Pure Heart. They knew it was an issue. Now it's not.
I haven't already made an hour-long video about this that I haven't released yet, no, so... Nope. Anyways, what was I going to say?
I'm sure that's wrong, too. I don't know why I didn't sit in on that.
That foundation doesn't actually help him on their turn, though, which is when that ability's the best. Which is the drawback.
It doesn't help him on their... Yeah, cool. Whatever. It's not the end of the world.
Well, it kind of is, because I'm going to fucking play Chaos now, because I get my shell of a Proud Man.
Yeah, do it. See what happens, Scott. You'll be sleeping in your car again on day 2. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, there's only so many squanches you can throw at people.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna just disagree with you that I don't think probably not Voldo's not gonna be the most influential character.
Yeah, okay. You keep thinking that.
I mean, like, what else we got here? What else we got? Oh, you know what? This Raphael, I think Raphael's the best, I'm gonna say.
Oh, Raphael is nuts. That's what Jake's been playing, and it's actually insane.
Like,
I don't like playing against it.
He gives, like, between his, like, Flambert and that Cammy unique foundation, he gives shit, like, 10 speed.
Yeah, it's not even funny, dude. Moonset with him is nuts. Like, it deals so much. Like, Moonset and Meteor is, like, nuts. But there's only one deck I know that right now that can like contest with it. Voldo. Cause he's insane.
How does
in the member?
How does he not die?
Insane.
How does he not die to 10 speed moonset?
It's a good question. I should ask him next. Usually I just kill him turn 2, and then he kills me turn 2, and I kill him turn 2. And it's just this really cool back and forth, real, like, good game.
When you say turn 2, you mean whoever went first, right?
Yeah.
Whoever went first's turn 2.
Well, it depends if Voldo draws hot. I mean, that deck only plays 10 attack. I can go in turn 1.
Okay, what attacks? Is it just like straight discard? It's like a spiral deck.
I was playing the old list from Worlds that topped, and then I changed it up a bit. And recently, since seeing the spoilers, have added some of the stacker version, and it's just as nut.
But the attack lineup, I mean, it's like a spiral and like what else?
Spiral,
Merry Mantis,
Elegant, Macabre, and then his 3-dip.
Okay, that's pretty lame.
Yeah, it's the most lame. Do you know who you're talking to, Scott Stubman? He says I am a negative play experience walking around.
You are. Like I just said, you only play like tier 1 things that are like super busted. I know.
Yeah, I'm about to go build a Raptor deck and give this reversal flash. It sounds so busted.
It does, doesn't it? But what if your opponent has this one card called Shadow of a Cowboy? Then it's not so busted anymore, is it?
Yeah, that's the reason it's number 1 on my list.
You're right. You got me. You got me again, Mark.
I'm so excited. This is going to be so much fun. I'm so excited for UFS to open back up again.
Have you even played...
Play all this.
You haven't played any online games, have you?
No, because I had a laptop that didn't support the game. I did just get a computer 2 days ago that I probably could support the game on now.
Do it.
Yeah,
so you can
download it and play in the next tournament.
Yeah, and maybe we'll get to play, and I'll get... Maybe if you would watch my video, you would know that it's fucking hilarious to record online games with one another. Because I recorded my game with Bromley, and it was fire.
I believe it is fire.
So, I'm sure...
I remember our toxic Top Cuts match at Nationals, and I imagine if we played online... It would be the same thing.
It would
does not sound fun for anyone.
It would be even worse because we would be online. We wouldn't have like decorum to keep.
That's true, and we wouldn't have any pants on. Though we weren't keeping very good decorum at the other one either. So,
but even less, no, even less. So we should do that.
Pant. All right, Scott. Till we play again with no pants.